Welcome to the 47th episode of Gary's English Learning Center.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Yeah. Do you notice that we changed our setting today?
We did, yeah. We got up in the world.
Does it look better?
Different.
Difference is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a change.
Yeah. And why are there so many books on the table?
Why so many books? Because today is about, we're doing a review of a book, and some books are mentioned within that book.
We never did that before.
No, we've never done that before. No.
We've never done that before. Whom should have this honor of having her book reviewed on this important program?
Well, is it her honor or is it our honor?
The honor should be ours.
Yeah, the honor should be ours. Such a glamorous lady, you can see by the cover of the book,
Gary, when you say glamorous, do you say it in a satirical, ironic way?
With a
inverted comma.
Inverted comma, glamorous, yeah.
Yeah.
Glamorous, yeah. I mean, you can't judge a book by the cover, but
another great face. Yeah.
Yeah, but
can you judge people with their face?
But who puts their face on the cover?
Okay. Oh, we sound so witty today.
Well, we're inspired, aren't we?
Inspired, of course, by this book.
Yeah, inspired by this book here. Yeah, the actual copy here.
Yeah. So what are we going to do today?
We're going to review Learning English with Regina III.
Regina, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds rather bad.
It's done with Roman numerals.
Yeah.
And Regina means queen, doesn't it? So, almost royalty, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, what is your feeling or what is your opinion after you reading this Learning English with Regina III?
Well, I first of all, just see
the photos.
The photos, yeah.
The Honorable Mrs. Regina Ip Lau Suk Yi, GBS JP.
Yeah. Honorable, yeah.
Honorable, yeah.
And the poses. I particularly like the one on the top right-hand corner, really,
This one?
The top right-hand corner, this one. I like the salute.
Oh, the salute. Well, what is this kind of salute? This is
It looks familiar.
Yeah, it looks like a Nazi salute.
Yeah, it looks very familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe the next one.
The next one, this one?
Yeah, next slide.
Oh, next one, this one. Yeah, okay.
And, in casual wear. Casual wear. And then the next one is she's maybe one of the things she is famous for is
her hairstyle.
Hairstyle, yeah. I mean, people said, was it broom head?
Yeah. Exactly. That was the time in 2003.
Yeah, 2003.
Yeah.
She first came to my attention, actually, Eddie. She was maybe the first politician who came to my attention because I came here in 93.
Yeah.
And in 97, for British people, the handover was de facto 3 months before the handover.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
We had to find another way of staying here 3 months before the handover.
Okay. You mean the local expatriates?
Yeah, that's right. The British expatriates.
Yeah. Okay. So,
when she was director of immigration.
Oh, yeah.
So she was already on my radar. And then when it came to 2003, well, the alarm bells rang,
Yeah. So are you comparing her with all these ladies?
I think she probably, in her mind, actually compares herself with these ladies.
In her mind. Okay. So let me try. Let's see if my current affairs knowledge is up to the occasion.
Okay.
Yeah. On the left, on the right hand side of the screen, you can see the white hair lady. Mm-hmm. I suppose it must be Indira Gandhi.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
Mrs. Gandhi.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle, it should be the present Queen of England.
Yep.
Yeah. Elizabeth II.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. And on the left-hand side should be one everybody in the world should recognize it. Must be Margaret Thatcher.
Or the Iron Lady.
Iron Lady.
Who was not so popular in England. In those days, I was a sculptor. In the sculpting studio where I worked, their most popular product was Margaret Thatcher candles.
Why?
Work it out. Margaret Thatcher candles. So, what do you do with the candle?
Yeah, okay. Does it have some kind of sexual connotation?
I think just some another kind of feeling. So when you light a candle, what happens to the candle?
Okay, turn into
it melts, doesn't
melts.
it?
Yeah, melt down. Okay, on the at the bottom on the let me see the right hand side, it must be the Song sisters. How come that you know that?
Well, I've been here a while, and I have some friends who teach me Chinese history.
Oh yeah. And I'm not sure about the middle one. Maybe it is Grace Kelly.
No, Eva Perón.
Oh my gosh!
Well, she looks very glamorous, doesn't she, as well?
Yeah. She is the glamorous lady. Yeah. And
from Argentina.
Argentina, don't cry for me. Argentina. And the remaining one, every Chinese should know about this. The only queen of China.
Yeah.
And Wu Zetian.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. It appears that my current advanced knowledge is quite sufficient for this job.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. And so the book cover here is Regina 1, 2, 3, and this is the symbol of the Queen Elizabeth II. So, which is ER stands for Elizabeth Regina.
That's
the link.
Yeah. That's your interpretation.
Yeah.
Which I do not agree.
I think maybe somebody does. Maybe the person in this picture secretly harbors some. Some maybe delusions. Maybe.
Yeah. Then we get back to the book.
Yeah, no, the book. Sorry,
yeah.
I just thought we'd preface the book, really.
Since you are reviewing the book, I suppose you have read the whole thing.
Not completely the whole thing, because it's well, if we get onto the bits, I just chose some bits, really. I skimmed and scanned it, really.
You glance through it.
Well, I skimmed and scanned it because it's a bit repetitive in a way, really.
Okay.
But the foreword is quite interesting for a start. I just selected some nuggets, really, some golden nuggets. As you can see, do you want to read this or shall I?
Yeah, I can read this. Forward by Mr. Robert Dorfman, WPO Board Chair, 2011 to 12. Founded in 1970 as the World Business Council by former members of YPO, the graduate organization now known as the World's President's Organization, or WPO, was established to sustain and enrich the education and idea exchange that began for its members when they joined YPO. I have no idea what this guy is talking about.
Well, let's say he was the chairman, the board chair,
Yeah. Combined, YPO and WPO connects to 20,000 chief executives leading companies generating $6 trillion and employing more than 15 million people in 125 countries.
So she has some powerful endorsement there.
Okay.
And he was her mentor at Stanford University.
Really?
So in the time between 2003, how can we forget 2003? Article 23 and all that, and her coming back in 2011 to form the New People's Party, In that time, she went to America at Stanford University, and he was her mentor. So
okay. I suppose the significance of this privilege is so that she is such a VIP.
Yeah, well, she's endorsed
well
by
connected.
I mean, what better networking can you have?
Yeah. How snobbish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really powerful.
Powerful. D-Day in battle for the middle class.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is a bit, to me, I mean, I'm British and I was brought up with the whole D-Day thing, And D-Day was when the Allies retreated.
Yeah.
So she may be an official poet from Glasgow University or whatever, but I mean, I think she's got it a bit back to front here, really. If she's doing. And why battle?
Why battle?
Why battle for the middle classes? Why not, why not win the hearts and minds or something like that?
Yeah, I guess in her book there must be a lot of this battle and war imagery inside.
Yeah, that's right. And but really, this book really, Eddie, is. I mean, it's called Learning English with Regina. But if you're asking me, these are articles taken on which you wrote for the CMP, and it's really all politics.
Yeah.
And really, I would better call it the thoughts of Chairwoman Ip.
Oh, Chairwoman Ip.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah. What a nice name. And this was written on November 6th, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we go to the next one.
Yeah.
The challenge tests my own political comeback. My widely demonized role in handling or mishandling the national security legislation in 2003 has been seared in the memory of many citizens. It is a test of whether by my involvement in democratic elections and the popular mandate I have obtained.
That's a little correction by me there.
Sure.
I corrected her English a bit there.
You have to correct her English?
I did, a little bit, yeah. Here and
How
there.
presumptuous.
Well, no, it's correct.
On your part. How dare you to do that?
I'm sorry, Regina. I know, but...
You see, Gary is really an immodest witch.
No, not really. I just know what correct English is.
Yeah, you have to humble yourself.
No.
So what's the error?
Yeah.
What's the error that you find?
So in her book, it is a test of whether my involvement in directions that I have obtained, and you have to go to the next slide to see, obtain sufficient atonement. You have to put the by.
To enable me to help my utmost unknown proteges claim victory.
And that's interesting, isn't it? Who are her unknown proteges?
Yeah.
Who are these people? That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
But let us go back to the sentence structure first. Mm-hmm. So, what is the point of this adding this preposition by? Because without it...
because it makes it into the conditional she's trying to express.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Without that, it's not the conditional. It's not perfect.
Yeah, but I guess I have to correct you because just by this sentence, you can see how rich her vocabulary is.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just a minor correction, and we all make mistakes, But it's called Learning English with Regina. So.
Oh yeah. You learn. Oh, I forgot the name. Learning English with Regina.
Yeah. That's that's meant to be the purpose of the book.
Yeah.
I don't think it does such a good job, Eddie, as the one that I've been involved in for years.
Let me try to translate it into English. Learning English through reading editorials.
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
It's a similar thing in a way, but this one is a bit more comprehensive. It's got a wider scope than most of it is politics, I must say, but it's got a wider scope, and it translates the whole article in English and in Chinese. The whole article.
I suppose this is published by the Mingpao.
Xingtao.
Xingtao.
The whole article is in Chinese. The whole article is in English. And then there are some questions, some vocabulary, highlighted vocabulary, useful terms, and some questions. And you get the audio in Chinese and the English by me.
That just what Gary just mentioned was an advertisement for this program.
No, I'm not really a comparison, really. A comparison head to hand, really.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
and
again, the 15th.
Yeah,
I'm not sure whether.
Well, the 15th article
of the book. The gap between rich and poor is unlikely to ameliorate. Mm-hmm. Not will there be much hope for the young and restless. 59.
Yeah, and she put not. It should be nor.
Not.
Nor. It should be nor. Yeah.
No.
Not will there be. It doesn't make not will there be much. It should be nor.
Nor
will there be.
No. So I see. N-O-R.
Yeah, N-O-R. Mistake. Right?
I suppose that is a typo mistake rather than.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
We all make mistakes,
Yeah, we all make mistakes.
Yeah, and I would use a simpler adjective. I'd say to narrow, because it's a gap. A gap narrows, really, but it'd be more accurate. But anyway,
Well,
yeah.
You find so many mistakes in this book.
But there are probably more that I didn't if I'd read the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 17th article. Despite having strenuously denied his Communist Party membership, Islam a wolf in sheep's clothing or a born-again liberal and a fighter for the underdog? What are his real ideas of governance, and from where will he join his team for government?
Yeah.
Well, this is a timely statement.
And we're looking at this in hindsight.
In hindsight,
looking
2020.
Yeah, we're looking back.
We're
looking back in hindsight.
In hindsight. But would you mind to explain wolf in sheep's clothing metaphor?
Well, we did it in a previous program, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did
the animal metaphor.
Animal idioms, that's right. And well, somebody pretends to be what they're not. They pretend to be one of you, but inside they're going to attack you.
Yeah. And
a wolf eats the sheep, doesn't it? It pretends to be a sheep, but
I guess it comes from the Bible.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And what about born again liberal?
Well, was he a liberal in the first place? if we go on anyway, you'll find out and see how liberal he was.
Yeah. And how good would he be as a true believer and defender of one country, two systems?
Yeah. Well, in hindsight, haven't we found? I found this cartoon on the internet.
Yeah.
Which I think says quite a bit, really.
It might be funny to you today, but it might not be in the next few weeks.
That's true, yeah. I mean, but
just when we are recording this show, you notice that I put on this.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. It was a symbol for supporting the student strike.
Right. Good.
Yeah. And remember this guy we once mentioned that someday Hong Kong might need to have some riot police to suppress the riots.
Yeah, well, we don't need to say that because the Honourable Regina says that in her book.
Yeah.
But that cartoons
go back to the cartoon.
Can say a lot, can't they?
Yeah.
What you can say, a picture is worth 1,000 words, isn't it?
Yeah. I really hope that will not appear.
Well, I mean, maybe people are being led down the garden path,
Yeah.
I mean, led into this trap.
Yeah.
Really, my way of thinking,
Okay, we go to another one. It is too early to draw any conclusions about our leadership race. In the next few months, the process may become as full of turbulence and as unpredictability as a Western-style democratic process, where our guardian angels in Beijing have traditionally feared to tread.
Again, there's a mistake there. As it should be, and as unpredictable as a Western-style democratic process, or unless it should be as unpredictable.
It should be an adjective.
Yeah, it should be.
Rather than a noun. So I read it again. It is too early to draw any conclusions about our leadership race. In the next few months, the process may become as full of turbulence and as unpredictable as a Western-style democratic process, where our guardian angels in Beijing have traditionally feared to tread.
An interesting phrase, our guardian angels, isn't it?
Oh, I guess that's come from another book by Ian Foster.
Right.
Where the angels fear to tread.
Yeah.
To tread. And actually, this phrase comes from Alexander Pope.
But I mean, would you consider the politicians in Beijing to be our guardian angels?
No, of course not.
But Regina obviously does,
Yeah.
That's why I chose
Maybe
that.
she wants to show off her literary knowledge.
Or her allegiance.
Allegiance, yeah.
I think more her allegiance, really.
Yeah.
That's the point of choosing that part, really,
Okay, the power of public opinion.
1st of April.
1st of April.
Yeah.
Well, one thing is clear. Call this election what you will. And a small circle election, fake democracy, but there's no denying that public opinion and the influence of popular media in shaping public opinion plays a decisive part in changing the course of the election. Are we part of the public opinion? Are we part of the popular media?
We are part of public opinion because we're part of the public.
Yeah.
But the popular media, media really is an arm of government.
Yeah.
Really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't know about the Chinese channels so much, but on the English channels in Hong Kong, the Pearl and the World, they've been pumping this whole Occupy Central, anti-Occupy Central, debate after debate after debate, even adverts saying, do you about having the 2017 election, pumping it, unbelievable,
Yeah.
And that's called psychic driving.
Psychic driving. They try to brainwash you.
Yeah, they really have.
Yeah, I liked your phrasing, pumping and pumping.
Yeah,
pumping and pumping. Number 9. Leung faced his share of scandals and speculation, such as an allegation that his business failed and that he concealed his interests while serving as a judge for the West Kowloon Cultural Center design competition, and that his campaign staff attend dinners involving tribe members apparently to buy votes.
Yeah. And has, I think, the next thing.
In responding to these allegations, Leung showed himself to be more adept in dismissing the charges against him.
Did he?
No.
Did he?
No.
I think they were just swept away by the media again.
Yeah.
They were just forgotten by the media again.
Tang dropped his two bombshells targeting Leung's integrity and commitment to defending Hong Kong's core values. One, that while serving as a member of the Executive Council, Leung proposed curtailing the duration of the license for commercial radio. You spot another mistake there?
No, that's just the American/international spelling, but for English, that's the correct spelling for license.
Yeah. And 2, that he suggests deploying riot police and using tear gas in the face of the mass protests against the enactment of national security legislation in July 2003. Yeah.
So be reminded,
Yeah. These carefully chosen allegations touch a raw nerve in Hong Kong people. If left unrebutted, they will have fatally tarnished Leung's image as a responsible defender of Hong Kong's high degree of autonomy under the one country, two systems arrangement.
Yeah. What image?
It is premature to say whether this astonishing election will be the turning point in Hong Kong's democratic development. But the candidates campaigned as though they were taking part in a popular election and deploy all the tools and chicanery normally associated with popular elections.
Chicanery or devious tricks.
Yeah.
Just explain.
Yeah. But what about the highlighted letter?
Well, because but is a conjunction, but a lot of people these days are starting a sentence with but. But I disagree, and some older teachers that I know, they also agree with me.
That's bad English.
Yeah, but it's becoming common practice now.
This means that the standard is declining.
I've discussed this with some fellow teachers.
Yeah. If not a turning point, this is definitely the shapes of things to come.
Yeah.
Has
she read this book, everybody? By H.G. Wells, The Shape of Things to Come,
Oh, yeah.
In which it was written in 1933, in which he predicts the Second World War, for one thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, this guy's a Freemason?
Yeah, I reckon so, yeah. H.G. Wells. He was a founding member of the Fabian Society.
Fabians. We talked about Fabians. We talked about Fabians before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. They are their symbol is going back to the wolf in sheep's clothing again.
Yeah.
That's their symbol, So
I guess you read a lot of H. Wells.
Well, this book definitely, because she mentions it again as well.
Okay, the case of Hong Kong's vanishing mojo. Well, this is the word that I don't know.
Mojo means the kind of the magic,
The magic.
Yeah, but I mean, I think really it's the spirit, really.
The spirit
of
yeah. And on November 25th, 2012. Hong Kong people know too well that they are part of China, historically, geographically, culturally, and constitutionally. Whether during or after the colonial era, Hong Kong has depended on China for its water and daily bread, among other necessities.
The next slide. Really? Is Hong Kong really part of China historically?
Yeah.
How far does Regina's history go back? I mean, 2,300 years ago, we were sitting in Nam Viet.
Vietnam.
Yeah, we were part of Vietnam,
Yeah.
And there was also Chun Po Chai and his wife. his wife, Madam Ching, as well.
Yeah.
And in that time, there's only 200 years ago, the Portuguese, the Americans, the British, and the Chinese government gang together to try and fight Madam Ching, and lost.
Yeah. We also depend on China. Our gut oil. We also have to depend on China.
And
out with the old, in with instability. And July 10th, 2012. There are many implications for people seeking opportunities within this new structure. While the political tier is here to stay, individuals appointed to these positions are not. The public is determined that the chief advantage of the public accountability scheme are increased accountability.
Yeah, because it's just a very simple error, isn't it?
Oh, I should say that Regina was not supposed to make these mistakes.
No, that's a really simple error.
Yeah.
Singular, plural.
What a shame, Regina.
Yeah, really. I mean, considering it's learning English,
Since their appointments are political in nature, public scrutiny will bring instability to these jobs. As this article goes to print, more businessmen and former officials in the camp of former disgraced chief executive hopeful Henry Tang Yin Nian. Wow.
Yeah.
This is a typo.
Yeah.
Are coming to grief over alleged corruption in Hong Kong or Macau or other manifestations of poor performance, throwing a conspiracy theory that the retribution game is on. I suppose she must employ another editor.
Yeah, we should do. We should do, really.
She must come to see you. Go to her and ask the job.
Yeah. You're joking with me.
Whatever happened, call it retribution or simply the withdrawal of protection by the powers that be. A reshuffle of the deck upon the election of a new leader is likely to be the shape of things to come. What is the reshuffle of the deck?
And the powers that be.
Powers that be.
There's an establishment all over the world. People talk about having a democracy, but it's always, as the proposals from Beijing are, it's going to be a selection of one of their choices and another one of their choices and another one of their choices. Thank you very much. Yeah. As we all know, really.
Yeah.
But it's the same the world over.
Yeah.
No.
I suppose the reshuffle is about a reshuffle of the deck of cards.
Yeah, this deck of cards. And Henry Tang's doing very nicely now. In the Standard paper, I mean, every month you see pictures of him around the world drinking wine and having fun on holiday. Okay. And always one, wasn't it? Yeah, the shape of things to come again, you see?
Yeah.
You mentioned the shape of things to come again.
The shape of come. This phrase appears again and again in her book.
Yeah, that's right, in her book. She must have read that.
She must be a fan of H.G. Wells.
Yeah, she must have been. She must have been well mentored in Stanford University, as to the big picture.
Yeah, and suppose this might be a boring topics for English learners because I have difficulty in reading this book.
Yeah, but it's very narrow focus, isn't it? And I say it's not really. I mean, about learning English, really. It's about learning the thoughts of Chairwoman Ip, really, isn't it? Or Regina III, really.
If you want to learn English, go to this program instead of this book.
We focus on different aspects of English, don't we? I mean, we have a conversation around that. So you're getting two things for the price of one. Two things in one as well. And so. Yeah, but beware there, and she mentions again in her book, actually, about, where is it again? Again on page 144, she said, this relationship between Hong Kong and mainland China obliges Hong Kong to safeguard the sovereignty, security, and development of interests of the nation, including implementing Article 23, the national security provisions of the Basic Law, at an appropriate time.
Oh, yeah.
There is no strident call to rush into legislation, but a solemn reminder that Hong Kong has yet to fulfill its constitutional obligation.
Will 2015 the appropriate time for legislating Article 23?
So she hasn't dropped baton. She's dropped it.
Yeah.
Really, beware. I think, and I brought along. Maybe people shouldn't do what they're expecting people to do. I brought along
The Art of War.
The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And here, going on here really, but
you're trying to show off your Chinese knowledge here.
No, not really. I just think it's relevant, really, because they're expecting this, maybe engineering this clash between Occupy Central and anti-Occupy Central. What's the next move? Does anybody play chess?
Yeah.
What's the next move? Maybe we should. It says here, point 18. All warfare is based on deception. And also, point 24, attack him where he is unprepared, appear where you are not expected. Right?
That's excellent strategy.
Yeah, so don't do, I shouldn't think to not do the obvious, really,
Yeah.
I saw a program recently called Tycoon Talk.
Yeah.
With Michael Tien.
Yeah, Michael Tien.
And
English?
On the English channel, yeah. Tycoon Talk is a big sycophantic program, and he's pretending these people will go from rags to riches. They just go from riches to more riches. And he's Regina Ip's deputy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's like, I run this business, and I'm a legislator part-time. That's not good enough for me.
No.
You should be more responsible than that. It's not good enough for me, really,
Yeah.
So, maybe we could just buy our clothes from local people instead of buying them from the corporations.
Yeah.
Maybe we could buy our coffee from local people instead of from Starbucks.
Yeah.
This is kind of a way to get back.
Yeah. I'm sad to say when we release this program, it must be on the eve of the Occupy Central movement.
Yeah.
So we are not sure about the results, but time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell.
Time will tell.
But don't do the obvious, everybody. Yeah.
No, don't do the obvious.
Don't do the obvious.
Don't do the obvious.
Remember what Sun Tzu said,
Yeah. And so much for Regina Ip for today.
Yeah, and we got it from the horse's mouth, didn't we?
Yeah.
We
got it from the horse's mouth.
What your intentions are,
Yeah.
Even though it's meant to be learning English.
Yeah.
But we learnt about Regina, didn't we?
Yeah. So see you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.